This video should help you with naming triangles two different ways. Here's some cool facts about triangles. First fact is if I add up all the sides on a triangle, it will always add up to 180 degrees. So in this particular example, 90 plus 60 plus 30 is 180. Another cool fact about them, if I take the two short sides of the triangle, add them together, it always has to be longer than the longest side. So in this example on the left, 2 plus 2 is 4 is not longer than 5, so it does not make a complete triangle. The number of sides that are same on a triangle will also tell you how many of its angles are the same. So if all of the sides are equal, all of the angles will be equal. If two of the sides are equal, two of the angles will be equal. And if none of the sides are equal, then it will not have any angles that are the same. Triangles get two names. They're named for their angles. They're always going by the longest side. And then the second name is going to be for its sides. So the largest angle gives it its name. We've used these before, acute, right, and obtuse. All of these are right triangles because they all have one right angle. I know they also have two acute angles. That doesn't matter. It would be impossible for me to have more than one right angle. If I had all right angles, it wouldn't make a triangle anymore. It would look like the letter U, open on the top. Obtuse triangles all have one obtuse angle. And if I don't have an obtuse or a right triangle, all the angles are acute. It makes it an acute triangle. Here's the second name. The number of equal sides gives it its other name. Scalene, isosceles, or equilateral. So if all of the sides are equal, it's an equilateral triangle. And the word equal is kind of right there at the beginning. I spelled just a little bit differently, but it's there at the beginning to help you. So if all the sides are equal, equilateral. Isosceles means two of the sides are equal, like an ice cream cone. Isosceles, ice cream cone. So you can see I have an 882. The two long sides are equal. Sometimes it doesn't look so much exactly like an ice cream cone, like up here with the 11, 11, 18. But two of the sides are equal. If you turned it over, maybe it just looks like a big old waffle bowl cone. Last one, this is probably the hardest one for most people. Scalene means none of the sides are equal. And a way I tell people to remember, especially those people who live in the city, is if you lived out on the farm and you put a pig on the scale, every day it would weigh a little more because pigs actually gain about 1.5 pounds every day. So since it weighs more every day, each time I put the pig on there, the number's different. So each side of the triangle is going to be a little bit different on a scalene triangle. Scale, scalene. Sometimes instead of people putting numbers besides the sides, they put slash marks. If they put slash marks, that's to let you know which sides are the same length. So in the triangle on the left, you have two slash marks on both of the somewhat vertical sides. That's to tell you those two sides are equal length. On the triangle on the right, all three of the sides have two marks on them. That's to let you know all the sides are equal. On the rest of the video, it's just going to give you some examples, and you're going to give each triangle two names. So first thing I'm doing, I check this one out. It's got a right angle. None of the sides are the same, so it must be right scalene. Go to the next one. I don't see any right or obtuse angles, so it must be acute, and all the sides are the same length, so it's acute equilateral. By the way, just so you know, if it's equilateral, it's always going to be acute. That's the only way it could be. This one, oh, we have a right angle again, but this time two of the sides are the same, like the ice cream cone, so it's going to be right isosceles. This one, it looks close to a right angle, but it's really not. It's acute, and none of the sides are the same, which makes it acute scalene. Wow, we got a big obtuse angle there. None of the sides are the same when I put them on the scale. So obtuse, scalene. Looks like a giant ice cream cone. Check out the biggest angle. They're all acute. So it must be acute isosceles. We got an obtuse for sure. Two of the sides are the same. So obtuse isosceles. Got an obtuse angle there at the top, the one that's upside down. None of the sides are the same length. So when I put that pig on the scale, and they are all different, scale, scalene. So we got an obtuse scalene. And that's the end of it. So remember, the triangles are all going to get